The tradition of celebrating New Year's Eve in Times Square can be traced back to 1904, more than 100 years ago. It's one of the biggest celebrations in the world and brings out thousands of people each year. Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini is live in Times Square where the party is just getting started. Hey, Steph.
Hey, Natasha, this is the big New Year's Eve party, and it has been for a long time. So I thought, why not take a look back at how it all started?
New Year's Eve in Times Square, a tradition more than a century old, experienced by countless people over the years. I covered it for the very first time last year.
How do you feel?
I feel excited and a lot of love.
It all started in 1904 with the very first New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square. An all-day street festival topped off by fireworks attracted about 200,000 people, according to the Times Square official website. At the time, the New York Times was celebrating the opening of its new headquarters, known today as One Times Square. By the time the Times relocated, New Year's Eve in Times Square was permanent. Today, it's watched all over the world.
Over 1 billion people around the world will watch the Times Square New Year's Eve celebration either live or in news coverage the next day. There's no other moment like it where the whole world comes together.
Jeffrey Strauss is the executive producer of Times Square New Year's Eve. He works with the Times Square Alliance to make the magic happen at One Times Square.
For the first couple of years, they had fireworks at midnight, but the hot ashes would rain down on the revelers below, causing injuries. So they had to come up with a new idea, and they were inspired by a time ball tradition where navigators out at sea would watch time balls drop at noon to adjust their chronometers to navigate the oceans. They took this maritime tradition and created an electric, lighted time ball that would drop at midnight to mark the beginning of the new year.
7 versions of the ball have been designed. The very first was made of iron and wood adorned with 100 light bulbs. It weighed 700 pounds. Today's version, known as the iconic crystal ball, weighs 11,875 pounds, illuminated by more than 32,000 LEDs.
How many people worked on the ball?
So people that worked on the ball, probably about 20 people.
We traveled to Port Jervis, New York, and went inside the glass-making headquarters where the 2,688 triangles adorning this year's ball were made. From a new design on the ball to the entertainment in Times Square, every year there's a lot of preparation. The ball drop is tested, performers lined up, security put in place. And those who plan to come in person every year get ready to claim a spot and wait outside for many hours.
I always knew it was busy, but never this busy.
Music superstar Pitbull helped with the finishing touches on this year's ball, installing the last of the crystal triangles. Every year, the big picture includes big crowds, the countdown, and that midnight ball drop to welcome the new year.
It's amazing. It's kind of overwhelming.
But beyond that, smaller pictures can be found in the crowd, where every year there's no shortage of reasons bringing people to celebrate in Times Square.
The show and the atmosphere, the party.
This is one of my bucket lists!
And where there are always varying definitions of what a new start truly means.
Any resolutions this year?
My resolution is to be happy and spend lots of time with friends and family.
Wherever you are on this New Year's Eve, wishing you all a happy new year from Times Square.
And right now, the excitement is building here in Times Square. And Natasha, what's a party without a prop or two? I'm ready.